wines and spirits review, albeit the camera angle's not right. There we go. So tonight, as part of the Wraggys 2K celebrations, I'm reviewing a very special beer, aged in bourbon barrels for, it was a Jack Daniel's bourbon barrel for 9 months. This is, and it says here, from Bang the Elephant, it's a bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae Imperial dessert stout. That is a lot, isn't it? Good evening, Greg. How are you, matey? Late night beer review. Hopefully I won't get too steaming. You never know. And yeah, so I don't know if you caught all that. Bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae Imperial dessert stout, 13%. We need YouTube to increase their thing from 100 to 200 just to get it all in. So yeah, there's the can. 13%. I've had this on keg. I have had this on both at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and I've had it at the brewery. And it is an absolute beast of a beer. So this beer has been 9 months in the making, and the wait has been worth every minute. We think this is quite simply the best beer we ever brewed. Aged in third fill Jack Daniel's barrels, the bourbon character is more restrained than in previous BBA beers we have brewed, allowing the more natural characteristics of the barrel to shine. Notes of dark oak, leather, tobacco and vanilla combined with chocolate malts and cherries for one of the most delicate and divine drinking experience you will ever have. And this is why I've held off drinking it, because you know when you're down at a beer festival, you drink something like this and it tastes great, but you don't pick out the flavours. And it's the same as the the Interstellar Galactic Liquid Light that I had at the Jam Caf. Again, because you've already had a drink. Tonight I've had 2 like low ABV drinks. So drinking this now, fully, you know, fully not drunk or anything, so I can hopefully, flipping out, that's nice. So, and I got it the right glass as well, and so I'm actually going to save some for the wife. She might not, she might have it, she might not. So as with most Imperial stouts, you don't get much of a head. Black pour, dark tan head. Cheers, Steve. Thank you, matey. Right, now I'm going to have to try and see if I can pick out a lot of this flavours. Obviously late at night. It is. It's an immense beer, I tell you. So, it says here, cherry chocolate. So I do get the cherry, I do get the chocolate. The fudge I'm not so sure about. I'm not so sure about fudge and brownies. There's a hint of tobacco there. Wow. It's nice when you take your time. Certain beers, you just got to take your time and just really go to town and try and pick out them flavours. Cherry at the front. Is there an Imperial Stout kit? Yes, mate. Love Brewing, sell it. 40 quid, but I tell you what, it makes the best beer. If you're used to brewing, you'll be fine with it. There's a lot of kit, there's a lot of ingredients, and it's one of those beers, it's a treat beer. Wow, that's straight to my head. Wow. I'm not going to drink the old can. It's nearly the old can anyway. But wow, that is strong. That 13% wallops you. You can smell the tobacco. The tobacco is quite the bourbon element, really. So yeah, this was at the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival, and this was one of the beers of the beer festival. There were a few beers that were really standout beers. Vault City had an Imperial raspberry and white chocolate stout. Neon Raptor had 2 beers that were very, very good. Yeah, strong. They had Get on the Floor, which is a 14.5% beer and small. Craig had that. More beers on the way, Morrison's as well. Oh, I can't be done with it. It's doing me nothing. I did pick up tonight the Marmite beer that's come out. I'm not sure who makes it. I forgot. Is it Wild Beer? Is it them? There's a Marmite beer in Morrison's. I've got to review it tomorrow, just for the crack. Camden. Ah, right, yeah. Yeah, Marmite beer in Morrison's. See, I like Marmite, but I can only take so much. So it's going to be interesting, you know, Marmite beer. Crazy. So I'm doing the Wraggys. I'm going to set the stream up tonight. Wraggys Golden Ale stream tonight for tomorrow, 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock's a good time. Then I can do a late night review. People have said to me, oh, you want to do it at 7? Yeah, but then I want to let the beer die down and then come back about 9, half 9 with another live. This one, that one, the Emperor's Brewery and Neon Raptor. So I'll schedule that in as well, as long as I get the okay for it. I've seen it. I've seen the Ninkasi Rosé. Yeah. At the moment, I'm not buying any new beer, regardless of what comes out. You know, I need to save my pennies up for October. You know, the beer festival itself, the day of the beer festival, I'm looking at spending probably a ton. And the tap room day, you know, you could be talking £1.50. And then if we go out on the Friday or the Sunday as well, it's going to be very expensive. Thursday, I mean. Thursday not be expensive because it's like a couple of beers. I think Adam says he's getting down here late and he's going to have a couple of halves. It'd be just nice to meet up, go to a Lincoln Green pub. I must message Lincoln Green and see if Wraggys is going to be on cask anywhere near any of the local pubs, because I don't mind picking people up in my car. I know that's a lot of money for a beer, especially if you don't like the style. If it tastes anything like Ninkasi, and if Ninkasi didn't have issues, then oh my gosh, there's going to be some poured down the drain. Yeah, it's a strange one. No wonder I got walloped that day at Bang the Elephant for the Mega Brew. This just absolutely, it's beautiful though. It's a real treat beer. £9.50 for the can. Was it £9? £9 for the can. The ABV on the Ninkasi, it's not that big, you know. Don't think it's any bigger than 9.5%. I think it's classed as a champagne, like a champagne beer. I'm sure it is. Obviously, I haven't got my computer turned on because I've only come down the shed to do a quick live, about 20-minute live. I've only got about 28%. Yeah. This is massively more interesting than Ninkasi. Yeah. And I do hope that they have got some left to release it again in 3 months' time. It's sold out. I mean, you may be able to message the brewery. I mean, look at the glass as well. £7 for the glass. I paid for this glass last year, mind you. But the glass is amazing. And for somebody who's got the Teku glasses from Brewdog, I'm sure you'll appreciate the glass. Don't drop it. Yeah. So I bought one of these last Sunday at the brewery. And what did I do? Dropped it straight away. So he actually gave me a clean can. So fair play, Michael, for that. And Nigel, yeah, because he took the bus can home. It wasn't bus, but it was dinted. And yeah. So Now it's having time to breathe. If you ever get your hands on this beer from any stockists, there are places that it's available at. Even if it's not at Bang the Elephant, it may well be at Optism. It's at a micro pub in the Optism is probably the best place. And this is a stunning beer. No, it's not a milk stout. No. So it's quite a mouthful. It's a bourbon barrel aged. I don't think so. They may do though. They may have had a crate. A bourbon, and good evening, Adam. A bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae imperial dessert stout. That is a mouthful. Otherwise known as Lumiere. And Craig will tell you. I'm sure Craig's done a review. This is a stunning imperial. The complexities are just off the chart. Yeah. I mean, I thought the vocation stuff was nice. To drink this at home and have the ability to actually did they? Because this was only released last Sunday. Yeah, no, Saturday night it was released. I'd be surprised if they had it. They may well have come to a deal with Ant, who runs Adventure Beer. For £9, you know, it's one of them beers. I don't often spend £9 or £10 on a beer. Try not to, but it's one of them. No, they're a brewery that they just want to push boundaries, subvert the stereotype. I'll put that there so I don't drop it. Bloody hell, that's going straight to my head. Bollocks coming. I've got 2 more there beers, but the cans, the labels for the cans didn't arrive. God, I can feel it on my voice already. So I've got that from them as well. Balloon juice, and it's a peach and black tea sour. And I had that on Sunday morning. They actually poured some straight out the keg, and yeah, it was nice. Went down a treat, and this makes me chuckle. This does. The name of this. So fucking hell, my head's steaming. Budgie Smuggler Beach IPA, 6.1%. Again, the labels have not arrived in time, and because I was early, aka impatient, I went and got them without the labels. But yeah, Budgie Smuggler. So they can themselves on the premises, and my God, it's a task. They've got it's not an automated can system. Yeah, I'm not going to have another. Wow, I can feel it. You know, you can feel it. It's rocked you straight away. Good evening, Thomas, and an amazing beer nonetheless. I'm looking forward to a fantastic beer festival. These good people are having their beers at the beer festival. There may well be 2 or 3 of theirs. As soon as the beer list comes online, I'll get the beer list up and we'll do a discussion on the beer festival. Good evening, Mark. Yeah, the 2K weekend starting tonight. It's going to be a long weekend. And some big beers this weekend. Yeah. I'm not getting steaming tonight. Can't be done with the Balkans. Tomorrow night's not so bad. Urban Chicken. Darren is a cracking bloke. His beers are top notch. I've had 3 of them now. And you know, they get released on cask and you can't get them. They get released on cask, and bearing in mind a cask is 72 pints. Yeah. All of a sudden, one of the little micro pubs near me released on cask Urban Chicken. Time I get down there, and it's not long, bloody gone. And you've had Guinness 0.0. Oh, that's you. Was that and the Buxton Mosaic? I've had the Buxton Mosaic, Lupulus Mosaic or whatever it's called. So it's going to be an expensive few weeks for people who are fans of beer. And I did miss a comment there. I do apologise. Steaming already. Good evening, Paul. I think the Guinness 0.0 is a good beer if you want something nice. In Nottingham, straight from the brewery in Nottingham, and yeah, the brewery is the best place. I don't think it's on sale anywhere else. And the good thing about the brewery shop is, one, you get to meet the brewer and the owner, and cracking bloke. But not only that, their range of beers is outstanding. You know, there's about 14 or 15 beers in bottles. Which is your favourite alcohol-free stout then? Good evening, Miles, and thank you. I know, 2000, eh? Yeah, Jesus Christ. A year and a half ago, I think it was like 465 at the start of lockdown. Something like that, anyway. May have been lower. Lincoln Green, yeah, some of the local breweries are brilliant, you know. Nirvana Milk Stout. Right, I've not heard of that one. No. You see, do you find, and this is to everyone, do you find, you know, when you come across a box ticking beer and you give it your best, this all of a sudden it's your new number one. To give it full, to give it, you know, it's all right saying you've got a new number one beer, but to be totally on the spot with it, you've got to put that up against your old number one and drink them together at the same time. Oh, it's just an alcohol-free brewery. Well, fair play to them. So they obviously know what they're doing. You know, I mean, Brewdog met some good alcohol-free beer. I tried to go to Booths. It was bloody closed. We left Blackpool Pleasure Beach early that day on the Sunday, and then I had a flat tire, didn't I? So we had to phone up the green flag. And yeah, I was going to try and make it back to Nottingham because I've got on the BMW, we've got run flats, but the squelching noise they make, you can't go all the way back to Nottingham on them sort of tyres. So we had to call out Green King, who then called out some 24-hour bloke, come down, boshed a new tyre on for us, 75 quid. Ouch. That was 75 quid we weren't expecting to spend. Luckily, we didn't spend too much at the weekend, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, sometimes you just don't want the extra cost, do you? It's like, oh God, not more cost. Luckily, my car, Green King, green flag, fucking hell. Yeah, green flag, and then fucking Green King. Oh, yeah. That's what you get when you have a drink, you know. Drinking's bad for you. You don't be drinking it, you know. It makes you say stuff, makes you forget. So the air's really getting to this now. The bourbon really kicking in. I don't know if I get all the elements. I mean, on the back, the elements are... God, not that I can read it. Jesus. Where's the elements? Oh, God, I can't even read it with this. Oak, leather. Oh, my giddy aunt. Tobacco, vanilla. And that's with the cherry chocolate fudge brownie imperial sundae as well. So, for me, because obviously my taste buds aren't that good, I can taste everything, but oh my God. I've not seen all the Bulldog beers. I mean, I picked up the Marmite beer tonight, Camden. Thank you, Mr. Bowman. But I've not seen all these Brewdog beers. I suppose you have to get them from source, don't you? Or you get their Brewdog and Friends kits. Not kits, cases. I'm trying to limit my spending down, and also trying to limit the beer wall because I'm overflowing. It's all over the floor, and literally, yeah, the Neon Raptor one spilt all over the floor as well. They were in supermarkets, right? Not in Nottingham then. Mostly Tesco's. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I didn't see the raspberry blitz in Tesco's or that coffee stout. No, no. But then again, the local Tesco's round here didn't have that Imperial Kirsch from Vocation last year. So whether it's a Nottingham thing, I'm not sure. You know, it's I am trying. Yeah, I'm trying not to buy no new beers, which is why I'm trying to put my money together ready for the October Beer Festival and then splurge. That weekend, if I've got, I don't know, 300 or 400 quid to have a good weekend, get some good food down there, because obviously if you're going to drink, you need food, good food, and have a good week and have a good chat as well. The beer festival itself on the Friday, you know, there'll be a lot of us there, I presume. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure how many people are going. Right. That sounds interesting. I don't know how many are going to the beer festival, but it should be such a laugh. Meeting up, big photo with all of us together, because you've got to, haven't you? You've got to have a big photo. It's 11 a.m. start. Rightio. 11 a.m. then. Yeah, I reckon, Adam, that Black Iris Tap Room should be the first tap room of the day. And then from there, taxi, because taxi's the only way to get really from there, down to Neon Raptor, blast Neon Raptor out the way. There's oh my God, there's a fair few beers in there. Craft beer basics there as well. Good evening, Darren. Yeah, I didn't know I was going to do a live beer review until about 20 minutes before I did. So I was going to schedule it in. My God, this is hitting home. So you know, it's only a quick half an hour job because I've got my dinner cooking and I'm cooking dinner for me and the wife. She's on her fourth cake of the day. Fourth. Don't know how she does it, but she's getting good at it now, though. You know, 4 cakes in one day. It's you know, bringing the pennies in. Yeah, not much though. She don't charge enough. Yeah. I know what time it is. Yeah. I had bacon and black pudding sandwiches this morning. Shite day at work. To be honest, in a year of being at work at this place, I've only had one shite day where I was going to walk home, and that was the day I got soaked. It snowed. I got wet. I was freezing. The heating had turned off at work, and yeah, it was awful. You've sourced a bottle. That'll be interesting. I've got 2 new reviews to pop up on my social medias tonight. Crummy Beard and Disco. I watched both reviews. Well, I watched Crummy's while I was having my haircut, and I watched the start of it. And I didn't watch all the chats, but I watched the start of it. Yeah, you get that, don't you? You know, you get people who say that you're wrong, and you know you're right. And then sometimes you just have to let people fail. I mean, if you've been in your job long enough, you know. I mean, if you are wrong, you take it on the head, don't you? Good evening, David. How are you? So, a stunning beer from Bang the Elephant out of Langley Mill on the Nottinghamshire Derbyshire border. Yeah, it's a Nottingham postcode, but it's in Derbyshire. I don't know why they have. I don't know how they get the postcodes like that. Yeah, somebody years ago either knackered up the regions or just ain't got a clue about postcodes. But good evening, Craig. Did you actually try this, Craig? I can't remember. My ears lowered. Lumiere, the bourbon barrel aged. Oh God, here we go. Well, cherry chocolate, fudge brownie, ice cream sundae, imperial dessert stout. That is such a mouthful, isn't it? We'll just call it Lumiere for you know. But it is a stunning beer. Good evening, Sam. Or good morning, rather. Postcodes are daft. My brother, he lives in Nottinghamshire. He's got a Doncaster postcode. Crazy. Hey. St. Peter's Cream Stout is amazing. You'll enjoy that. You will enjoy that. Yep, sod the neighbours. Yeah, there's no kids around here anyway. There's a family there, but they're ignorant. So I don't really care in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, did you try this, Craig? I'm sure you tried Lumiere. I'm sure you did, and I'm sure you tried Hobby One Kenobi as well. The Emperor's Brewery, Bang the Elephant collaboration. I've got to say, it tasted amazing down at the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. It tasted amazing on the brew day, although I had some beer that day, and my phone is on 15%, so it can't be too long. No, totally brewed. Oh God, what did they have? Noinch. They had a few. I thought you had Lumiere. Obi-Wan Nobi. Yeah, it's called Hobby, capital H. Hobby One Kenobi. Yeah, or something along them lines at least. I'd like to see a Obi Rag Kenobi, I would, but that's just me. Yeah. I actually accepted a friend request from Emperor's Brewery this morning. Yeah, Damien. He actually friend requested me on Facebook, bless him. So obviously, I'm not going to turn that one down, you know. Nice bloke anyway. Cracking bloke to talk to. Be interesting if we see any of these brewers. Yeah, there's got to be some sort of Star Wars themed beer. I'd love to do a collab with these guys and Emperors, you know, or even Urban Chicken and all. I'd love to do that. Get it in cans. You're reviewing the Golden Ale later. Oh, awesome. I've noticed with the Golden Ale reviews that there's a lot of difference in the reviews. A lot of people are getting different. It's interesting because people are getting different elements to what I'm getting. I picked up on the spice straight away. Why? Because I've drank the Wraggys on cask. So the spicy element really came to the good on you, Sam. The spicy element really kicked in for me because I'd had the cask, and on the cask there was a hint of spice. Thank you. And but the spice wasn't there on the bottle. The spice was very much more prominent, and Anthony did from Lincoln Green did on my review say something to do with the carbonation, bringing the spicy element to the forefront. Now, the beer that I had was about 3 days from bottling. One of the first people to get it and review it, and certainly review it, obviously. So once it's had time to settle in the bottle, maybe it changes slightly. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to keep some of these bottles, well, if I can, if I don't give them all away. I've given about 20 bottles away. God knows where to. Can't even think where I've given 20 bottles to. And God knows. I bought 64 bottles. And I've only got about 45 left. The last Ragster. Yeah, that'd be something, wouldn't it? Return of the Ragster. Return of the Raggy. Yeah. Good evening, Harry. I've got one put aside for you, mate. And Rob. I actually got one put aside for Adam as well, but he's already gone and bought his, so that kind of killed that one. Oh, you have it? The Wraggys strikes back. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got your bottle of the Wraggys Golden, because I want to hear a Blue Nose beer review, obviously, and I also want to see what Mr. Hopzine thinks of it, because as a craft beer reviewer, I want to see what he thinks. It's interesting. Always let the Wraggy win. That's different. Whoa, cherry on this. Did you ever have any fun bang the elephant, Harry? I don't think you would have done. If you left Nottingham before, these guys have only been doing it since 2018. Cracking brewery though. Lumiere is unbelievable. And I'm not sure if you can get their beers around the country. I'll tell you what, Darren, you'll be in heaven at the beer festival, mate. There's up to 1,000 different beers. Always the lucky win. I missed that bit. Put that bit back on. There we go. Oh, there we go. The Trinity, yeah, the Trinity collab was amazing. John Waterman, the Trinity lad, he's bang on, he is. Oh, shit. I did remember. Amarillo's one of them. First gold to the other. And the other one begins with A. Amarillo, first gold. It's not Centennial, no. I'm sure it's an A. Admiral. I'm sure it's Admiral. So, Admiral, Amarillo, first gold of the hops in the Wraggys. Craft beer vases. I hope it's as good as it used to be at the castle. I'm a bit concerned that the castle, the cricket ground is very small on space. I know how big it is around the cricket ground, and unless it's bigger than what I realise. Good evening, Jake. How are you, matey? And thank you. Yeah, the castle's a big venue. Motorpoint was a decent sized venue, but cricket ground around the outside is not that big a venue, and they're not even using the whole of it. It's quite wide around all the way round. Yeah, I agree, Harry. I think it's going to be blooming tight. Yeah, I'm going to have to get me beer and go up the stand and do a beer review in the stand. I think Saturday is going to be the better day for doing beer reviews. If anybody does do beer reviews when they're half pissed. Certainly the tap room reviews. I think I might be doing tap room pub reviews instead of beer reviews that day. I don't think they're going to let people on the pitch. They're on about letting you into the stand. There's a stand nearby. Chaplain Corks. 8.2. I doubt it. So yeah, the complexities in this are just amazing. I wish we had smell-o-vision. But then again, you'd be pissed off if you could smell this because you'd want to taste, you know. It is absolutely amazing. I don't think they're going on the pitch. No, I don't think they are. Not according to the maps. There's a map come out, and it's the latest map. And I need to do a video of the map and put it on the screen so people can see how it is. I'd love to see the meterage involved, because you look at Castle, it filled a massive amount of that field on the lawn, you know, the top lawn, and then down the bottom there were quite a few things as well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm a bit concerned. Yeah, it's going to be a long day. 11 o'clock start till 12 o'clock at night. I've only ever lasted about 5 or 6 hours. So, but I did last nearly a 10-hour shift for Craig. So nearly a 10-hour, wasn't it? Although we was at Shield Manor quite early, having a breakfast, and then we had a walk into town. Poor old Craig. Don't think he's walked that far in ages. Bless him. And it was a good walk. Beer share as well. I know. I need to go out and get some local beers. That's another thing. I need to pick up some local beers for beer reviews from some of my local some of the breweries that I like and that I'd like to see people do beer reviews of. It's all good. And sometimes the breweries that you've not had before. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I know Rob's more craft. Harry drinks like me, drinks over and other dragon soups. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Yeah. So I'm working next Tuesday night after work. I've actually picked up another garden, so I'm now up to 7 different gardens. So, but it all puts a bit of money in the kitty, doesn't it? Right, I need to knock off at 40 minutes because my dinner's cooking. Anything but vodka and tequila. I'm not fucking drinking spirits. Bollocks to that. And I don't drink Sambuca. That stuff's vile. Although I'm partial to a nice Malibu and Baileys. But I can drink them like water. I never get drunk on Malibu and I never get drunk on Baileys. Never. No. I can get drunk faster on this than I can on Baileys. Oh. So towards the end, cherry. You certainly get the bourbon elements with this. Chocolate cherry. I certainly got 840. Vodka, less carbs. Fair enough, I suppose. Yeah. I can't do cider anyway. Yeah, mixing beer and cider is not good. Yeah, Yui McSpewy after a few hours. Yeah, I've done it before at a beer festival. Mixed like 8s and 9% ciders and beers, and then I had to bail out early. In fact, I think we left the beer festival, got there for 12 o'clock, left at 9. So I have done it quite. That was at the castle, and then they went into town boozing, and I went home. Yeah, I couldn't do it. Got into the Bluebell Inn, and I was feeling like I thought I can't do it. I need to go home, and yeah, I know when I've had enough. Then I'll walk home and sober up, get home and half sober. Yeah, hit the chip shops on the way home as you do. 2 chip shops, job's good, and if they're open. And time you get home, you're ready again for another one. Stout from Nottingham Brewery. One to watch out for at the beer festival is this fella. So, Navigation Brewery, Craig Nightingale's his name. Brekkie at the GB Calf. I'm not sure where that is. But yeah, that's an Imperial from them, and it's a cappuccino Imperial Stout. Very nice. Craig has drank that as well. It's got better since the beer festival. Sneinton Market. Sneinton Market's such a shithole, isn't it? They had some bloke in his boombox down there. When we went to Neon Raptor the other day, they had some bloke in his boombox, and it's like, oh, fuck's sake, pack it in. And there's all the piss heads around him, and I thought, oh no, keep away from them. So yeah, Navigation, they also do the Nottingham Forest beer, Harry. Rebel Session IPA. I think that is the Nottingham Forest beer. Is it, Craig? Your memory's probably better than mine, mate. I'm sure that's the Forest beer repackaged. And the Forest, I'm waiting for the Forest beer to come to me in its proper package. And there's Jukung. So yeah, Navigation. They've got a brewer called Craig, and he's a mate of mine. And he's their like experimental beer brewer. And they've got 7 different beers at the beer festival. So that's going to be amazing. God knows how we're going to get around all these beers. I'm going to have to ask for samples and do sample reviews. Yeah. Can I have a sample of that, please? Sooty Stout from Nottingham Brewery. Oh, that's you. US Stout. There's a Neon Raptor collab. Yeah, I've heard they've done a Neon collab. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've met that bloke. Yeah. I'm sure I've met him. I've also met the old bloke who used to sell all the crab sticks and mussels and that and cockles. He must be. I think he's passed away now. Oh, he's bloody old. One of the two. What is the bottle to your right? The clear. That right or that right? Good evening, Mr. Paul. How are you, matey? So, Neon Raptor Untitled Arts. Ah. Yeah, he did. Dead expensive for bloody crab sticks off him. But you didn't be horrible to him because you know, because he was such an old bloke. Our left, your right, the one with the black label. Up there, do you mean? Or over there? That one? Do you mean this? Oh, fuck me. That one. Where my hand is now. Under the Wraggys sign. This side. Behind the can. Fucking hell, you got me confused now. I've had something to drink, you know, steaming. If it's this, that's Bourbon County. Craig can tell you all about that. I'm going to try and review that Saturday night. Don't tell the wife it's 14.6%. I might just do it without actually revealing the ABV. Yeah, I thought he did. Yeah. As for, let me go back up. Yeah, Lincoln Green, Harry. Yeah, we need to do that, mate. Oh, you mean the ciders? The ciders here. Yeah, let me get off there. Yeah, they're all from Woodman's Cider. Yeah, so lots of different ciders. Yeah, just promoting local, as you do. You know, it's all about promoting a bit of local, isn't it? Right, I need to knock off because my dinner's cooking and I'd try not to get a bollocking. Right, so an amazing stout, cherry chocolate. You know, you certainly get the bourbon from it. I did get the oh fucking hell, I forgot what it was now. What was it? Oh dear, my eyes. Oh my god, I'm gonna get a right bollocking. Tobacco. I did get the tobacco elements from it, to be fair. try not to go. That's why I've left so much in. Would I drink this again? This is the third time I've drank this. It's an amazing can from Bang the Elephant. If you see this on keg, if you see it at Robin Hood Beer Festival, you've got to try it. It's a stunning beer, absolutely stunning. 13%. It's not going to be cheap. 3 hammers, bless you. 13%, stunning beer. Would you have it again? Hell yes, of course. Out of 5, oh, a good 4.7%. Yeah, there's a lot on the shelves. Yeah, it's very hard sometimes to see which is which. A good 4.7% for this one. And would it be my number 1 beer? It would be if I was to put it against another beer that was I've reviewed before. For clarity, it's very hard to get true clarity. You can't have something as your number 1 beer if you haven't got that beer at the side of it. You know, in reality, we can all say, "Oh, this is my new number 1 beer." But good evening, Peter. How are you, mate? And I've got to run. I've got to go up the house. Bollocking's coming. Phone's going to die as well, so that's the other thing. And thank you everyone for joining me. Apologies to those who've come a bit late. I do apologise. And back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Wraggys Golden Ale celebration. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. Cheers. Brennan's. Oh, rightio. We need to carry this on tomorrow. I do apologise. See you soon. Cheers. My chicken's cooking.